For us, it's always been about property rights in this CO2 discussion, in pipeline discussion. I really don't believe that that's what eminent domain was laid out for in the Constitution, is to take a private company and I realize there's private companies that have pipelines, they have transmission lines, but at the end of the day, it's for the public use. This is a different beast. This pipeline, there's no public use there. They're just burying it. So to come in and say that eminent domain should be used when there is no public use there, that's where I had to draw the line in the sand for me. There's a few counties that have really good ordinances in place and have had them in place. And they put moratoriums on, they went in and cleaned up. But I think it's the local control is probably the most important thing out there to allow those cities and counties to have that orderly development. And I think that's probably a key component, and obviously why the PUC denied the navigator's permit and why Summit withdrew theirs. So, if you take that local control away, it would be no different if the state said they don't have any local control and it was all controlled from the feds. I mean, that's not going to fly at the state level, so why would the state think it's going to fly at the county level? You just have to come back and say, what's next? And to think that if this happens to the property owners in this eminent domain, what's next? Don't ever think you're safe in your house or your business, because to me it's the barn door's open and here we go. I think the most important thing you could do, and I'll call it an elevator speech. If I were to give an elevator speech, take the time to educate yourself. Take the time to educate yourself on what CO2 can do if it ruptures. And the plume study, I mean, I understand they're complicated, but take the time to educate yourself on CO2 and the hazards of CO2 when it becomes a compressed gas and the location of that pipeline in proximity to your own property.